Hello, everybody. This is John Paval with an Access Arts Live special edition, as promised, to fill you in on the backgrounds and works of the different dancers in the Vienna State Opera Ballet's live stream of Roland Petit's classic modern ballet, Die Fledermaus. And I'm sorry I couldn't get to it sooner today. I would have loved to have gotten it out last night, but better late than never is what we say, right, folks? So here you have presented, put together a little poster for you, as I usually do, showing you the different dancers and the tenor who is also involved in this story. Roland Petit created this opera, and it's an operetta ballet created by the legendary Roland Petit, the French choreographer down in Marseille back in 1979, to music roughly based on the story of the opera Die Fledermaus, and set to the music of Strauss, but various members of the Strauss family, mostly Johann Strauss. Anyway, and it features Olga Essina, Timur Afshar, David Dato, Lucas Schmidt, and it's the conductor is Luciano Di Martino, who's a veteran conductor for the Vienna State Opera and Ballet, so he knows what he's doing. The staging of this opera, the choreography is Roland Petit's choreography. So how do they assure that they are following that choreography? Well, one of the main people choreographing this performance is a former Italian dancer, Luigi Bonino. Who's Luigi Bonino? Well, he played the key role of Ulrich, which I'll be telling you about in a moment, in the 1979 premiere of Die Fledermaus, under Roland Petit himself. And then he served as Petit's assistant until Petit passed away in 2011. And since then, he's been the main man staging all of Roland Petit's works. So he's primarily rehearsing the solo roles. He has other people helping out with the ensemble and all of that. But this is their way of staying true, if you're concerned about that as a real ballet devotee, staying true to Roland Petit's original choreography, if that is what you want to see. Now, I'm not going to give you the long, detailed narrative history of the story. I don't want to ruin it for you if you don't know it. And if you already do know it, then you don't need it. But it's basically the story of a very well-off bourgeois woman, whose name is Bella. And Bella is danced by Olga Essina. Who's Olga Essina? Well, let me tell you about her. You have her picture up there. She's originally from St. Petersburg, and she got her original training in St. Petersburg back from like the late 90s and early 2000s. And then she was a member of the Mariinsky Theater Ballet, which is sort of like the top of the line in Russia, where she danced leading roles in the classical repertoire is what she learned. And then in 2006, 20 years ago, she joined the Vienna State Opera and the Folks Opera Ballet as a soloist. And in 2010 or thereabouts, she was named the principal dancer of the Vienna State Ballet, the Wiener Staatsballet. Her repertoire with the Vienna State Opera, which has basically been her career as a number of roles as choreographed by Rudolf Nureyev, his Swan Lake. This is basically as Odette and Odile in that performance. That is her signature role, and it's available on a 2014 DVD. If you're interested in recordings, which I'm not, I'm interested in live streaming. Other roles: Princess Aurora in Peter Wright's Sleeping Beauty, the title role in Elena Chernyshovan's Giselle, title roles in Kenneth Macmillan's Manon, Boris Eifman's Anna Karenina, Nureyev's Raymonda, Michael Korder's The Snow Queen, etc., as well as works by people like George Balanchine and William Forsythe and Jerome Robbins, late 20th century masters. She was voted Dancer of the Year from the magazine Ballet Ballet 2000 in the year 2008, and she still got it in 2023. The yearbook of the magazine Tanz, she was nominated as Dancer of the Year for her role as the Queen in Martin Schläfer's Sleeping Beauty. Now, in this story, Bella has a husband. Her husband's name is Johann. As you can see by the pictures I've set up there, Johann is danced by Timur Afshar. He's an American, born in Indianapolis, first got trained at the Indiana Ballet Conservatory and then transferred to the Harid Conservatory in 2011. Became an apprentice at Stuttgart, with Stuttgart Ballet in 2016. Then he became a part of the Corps de Ballet the next year. And in 2019-2020 season, they promoted him to demi-soloist. He developed an extensive repertoire. He's had roles created for him by Fabio Adoricio, Nanine Linding, Roman Nazivsky, and Martin Schlepfer, by Edward Klug, Alessandro Giaquinto, Vittoria Girelli, Marco Ghecchi, and Louis Stiens. So he joined the Vienna State Ballet in 2023-2024, and as of September 1st of this year, he was appointed principal dancer. The thing about him in the story is, it's called the Fledermaus, which means the bat. He turns into a bat and flies away at night. And when his wife discovers that, she has a problem. And there's a kind of a mysterious friend who appears in the story and plays a central role in helping her to solve that problem. And his name is Ulrich. Okay, and Ulrich is danced by the Italian. This is a real international cast of Russian, American, and Italian. David Dato. He got his training originally in Milan, but then he continued his training at the Vienna State Opera Ballet School itself. And 2009, they made him a part of the ensemble, a demi-soloist in 2011, a soloist in 2013, and a principal dancer in 2016. His repertoire includes roles like, he lists several roles in Nureyev choreographed productions in his bio, Basil in Rudolf Nureyev's Don Quixote, Drosselmeyer, The Prince in The Nutcracker, Prince Siegfried in Swan Lake. Also roles like Duke Albrecht in Chernyshova's Giselle, the Bluebird in Martin Schlepfer's Sleeping Beauty, and in Peter Wright's Sleeping Beauty, and Kay in Michael Corder's The Snow Queen. He was nominated as Dancer of the Year in the critics' poll of 2022 yearbook of the magazine Tanz. A couple other people I want to tell you about briefly. There is a handmaiden who figures in the story. It's Swiss dancer Céline Janou-Veder, who trained at the Swiss Professional Ballet School in Zurich and then in Munich at the Heinz Bossel Foundation Ballet Academy. She's been a member of the Vienna State Ballet since 2008. The kind of roles that she has played there are like the Little Swan in Nureyev's Swan Lake, Hertha Strug and the Angel in Natalia Horechna's Contra-Clockwise Witness, Madame Dora in Around Dance, the Arctic Fox in The Snow Queen by Michael Corder, Anitra in Edward Klug's Peer Gynt. And there is also in this production, there is a tenor. Don't ask me why you would put a tenor singing in a ballet, but this is an operetta style ballet. And in this case, it's the German tenor Lucas Schmidt, who's just joined the Vienna State Opera Ensemble this year, the 2025-2026. And the roles he'll be playing there include Pedrillo in The First Armored Man and The Magic Flute, and Vitek in The Macropolis Affair. He's also performed in the past at the Frankfurt Opera House and the Hessian State Theater in Wiesbaden. And he also does concert singing. He was still studying at the Frankfurt Hochschule from 2022 to 2024, and in the Vienna State Opera's opera studio. So you have a sort of a representative top dancers and veteran dancers, and a young guy given a shot at doing some singing, which he otherwise might not be able to do as prominently, in Lucas Schmidt, the tenor from the Vienna State Opera. Folks, that's what this opera, this is the background. I do not pretend to be a musicologist. I will simply tell you that in the end, since this is an operetta, and operettas always end with a happy ending, Ulrich does figure out how to help Bella solve the problem of having a husband who grows bat wings and then flies away with them so they can live in domestic bliss together. If you're looking for a happy ending and a good time tonight, that's what you have. So ciao for now. Listen, I will be back at 6 o'clock European time, noon on the East Coast, 9 in the morning on the West Coast, for a special edition of the Weekend Highlights with, as my guest, if all things goes well, Hugh Mather, the head guy at the St. Mary's Perryvale live stream outfit, which does such high quality live streams 2 to 3 times a week all year long, and they've been doing it for years. And I think that'll be a very interesting live stream for those of you who are interested not just in ballet but also in things like violin, like sonatas, violin and piano, string quartets, and piano recitals. Ciao for now. Enjoy that ballet if you do tune into it. It's free of charge by one of the top ballet companies in Europe, in the world. Hats off to the Vienna State Opera Ballet for offering this free to the global public.